Hey guys, Brandon here. No, parents do not actually suck. Parents actually rock. If you think about it, you literally would not be here watching this video, or even alive if it wasn't for your parents. But back when my parents banned me from playing League of Legends, that was something that went through my head, that my parents sucked. When I graduated from college, I used to play all the time with my friends. We'd play LAN parties, we'd play in the lounge, and we would have a blast doing it. And when I got home, I ended up talking to my parents, and they said, "Look, Brandon, we heard you play this game. We've done a little bit of research on this game, and we'd like to talk to you about it." And I said, "Okay." We all sat down in my dad's office, and my dad goes, "Look, we found this article. We don't know very much about the game, but we know that you're playing it a lot. And so we found this article that says that there are some very serious things in this game and that it's evil. And the first and most concerning is that there's a lot of witchcraft and wizardry in the game. And you use spells and things in the game. And that's something that encourages kids to get into occultish type stuff. And we're not okay with that." My family is very conservative. I come from a Christian family. And the second big issue with this article that we found is that apparently there are a lot of homosexual characters in League of Legends, and there's a lot of encouragement regarding the homosexuality, and there are lots of jokes and lots of things that make it seem like it's a normal thing. And because of those jokes, it encourages kids to become gay. And then the game is actually a disguise for a gay dating site. So you can pretend you're playing the game, but you're actually dating other kids who are dealing with thoughts of homosexuality. And it's all because of the game. Now, me listening to this, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, what the llama? That doesn't make sense at all in any universe ever. Where in the world did you find this article? And I did not say it quite as dramatically because, you know, these are still my parents and I did not want to tick them off. And I said, like, this is sort of ridiculous and really not true at all. Where did you find this article? And they said, it's written by a pastor. We trust the source. We believe what it's written about. Even if you don't necessarily see the effects of it in your own life, we still think it's dangerous. We still think it's evil. We are hereby telling you, you are no longer allowed to play this game. If you want to play this game that badly, you can move out. I was shocked and dumbfounded and appalled. How did my parents just accept one article that was written by somebody who I later researched and found out that he had another article published not long before the one about League of Legends that said how the White House was full of aliens? How did my parents just write me off like that? Like, I didn't get to say anything. I didn't get to talk about how I loved playing it with my friends. I didn't get to talk about how I was really good at it, and if you ended up getting really good at it, that you could actually start making money from it if you went pro, or if you were a streamer or some like YouTuber. I didn't get to explain any of that. They just told me the game's evil, you're not playing it anymore, or you're gonna move out. If you want to move out for the game, fine. And I liked living at home. I had a good place. I had a good base for which I got a job right away after I graduated, and I really liked what I did. I enjoyed having my family around me and building up money, and it sucked that my parents banned me from the game. So I said, you know what, fine. I went and deleted it off my computer and went for probably a couple weeks without playing it, and one night I just was angry and thought, you know what? I am a responsible young adult. I know what I'm doing with my life. I'm not failing. I didn't fail any classes in college. I've got a job. Like, I deserve to be allowed to play this game. And so I downloaded it without letting them know, and I kept playing. I started waiting until everyone was asleep in the house, and I would get out my computer and start playing. And I lied to them about it. I denied it whenever it was brought up, and I did whatever I could to avoid the topic. And I just kept playing. I've had a blast playing. Like, I would jump on Skype with my friends and we'd all like laugh and joke and play, and it was great, but I was lying to my family about it. And one day, about 6 months later, I had a sibling walk into my bedroom after I thought everybody was asleep. They knocked on the door. I quickly, minimized the game, and they walked in and said, "Hey, I left that thing in the bathroom. What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm just on Skype with my friends." And they were like, "Oh." And they turned around, walked straight out of the room, and went straight to my parents' bedroom and ratted me out. I won't bother mentioning a name because they know who they are, and there's a good chance they'll see this video. But regardless, they went straight to my parents and told them. And I had two thoughts go straight through my mind. One, I am so mad at this sibling. Two, I am dead. Parents come down to the room. Mom starts and says, "Brandon, what are you doing?" And I said, "I'm on Skype with some of my friends." Are you doing anything else?" I'm also playing a game." "Is it the game that we told you not to play?" "Yeah." And that was how the biggest fight of my life between me and my parents started. It went for probably about 2 to 3 hours. They were so mad that I lied to them, I was sneaking it behind their backs, and that I've been doing it for so long. And they made sure I understood how disappointed they were. And I was honestly angry at them because I felt like, yeah, you banned me from it, but that ban was ridiculous, and I never got any fair shot to voice my opinion. And I feel like you guys do not trust me to live my life, and you don't trust me to be responsible, and I feel like I can do that just fine. And it became a yelling match very quickly. It went on for probably about 2 to 3 hours, and by the end of it, we were all so tired, we just agreed to resume the next day. No resolution, no nothing. They were very angry. They took away all privileges. They took away my phone and my laptop and the keys to my car, and they said, "We'll talk about this tomorrow." And I was so angry and hurt and felt rebellious, and I just despised my parents. And the whole time I just thought, my parents suck. Next day, talked about it, and I agreed. Okay, you told me. I resent you for this, but I will stop playing the game. And that was that. I took it off my computer again, stopped playing it again, went for a short amount of time again, and then re-downloaded it again, and just kept lying to them about it and sneaked it away. And yeah, they kept threatening me with the whole move out thing the first time and the second time, but I just tried harder to hide it, and I handled it terribly. If I could go back and change what I did and the way that I handled wanting to play video games with my parents, I would have come to them and had such a more mature response and a more respectful response too. I had it in my head that this is my life. I get to live how I want to live. If I want to play video games in my free time with my friends, I'm going to play video games in my free times with my friends. And they were bothered, not because I was trying to live my life how I wanted to, but because they felt like this game was like up here, and I valued it more than I valued them. And it made them so angry, they arguably did not see logic. And I tried explaining to them that the article they read was bogus, and I showed them the other article that said how ridiculous it was, and I tried explaining all that, and they just would not have it. They said, okay, maybe we were wrong. It doesn't matter. We still made up our minds. And that hurt a lot, but I had a very immature reaction to it, and I wish I could have gone back and changed that. If you're a parent and you're watching this, I wish my parents made me feel trusted and that they respected me to be someone who discerns wisely what I do with my life. And even if I didn't, that I had the freedom to make mistakes. If that was it. Everybody makes mistakes. That's part of who we are. And I felt like I wasn't being given the freedom to waste my time, if that was what the decision was, to play the game. And I wasn't in any life-threatening danger. I wasn't like doing drugs and like in any like serious concerns for my future. I was playing games. I felt like it was mundane enough that I deserved to have the liberty to make that decision. And if I didn't have that liberty, I just wanted to talk about it at least. I wish my parents understood that, and I wish they were more understanding and accepting of me, even if they disagreed. If you're a kid and you're watching this, I wish I had been so much more mature to my parents about it. I wish I hadn't lied to them. After I did lie the first time, that's all they could associate with the game. Every time it came up after that, that the game made me a liar, and it made everything worse. And I wish that I had respected them better. When they said this is how the rules are, I wish I had respected them for it. Anyways, I made this video with the hopes that someone out there, if they're struggling with their parents, or parents, if you're watching this and you're struggling with your kids, that you understand that communication is the key. And that's the only way to solve a disconnect, as serious as this one can be. I hated feeling like a disappointment to my parents, and I wish I could have responded to it better. I love my parents still, and things are better now. My parents have had time to talk about it after I moved out, and I've shown them that I started streaming and that I've been trying to use it for a force for good and for positivity, and to show people who have anger issues or are just angry in the game that you don't have to respond to anger with anger. You can respond with kindness. And I've been making a difference in a few people's lives. I receive messages, and every single message I receive is so encouraging that what I'm doing is making just a little bit of a difference, and that I'm taking it and I'm trying to spread the message of peace and joy, and not the cheesy version of it, but the literal version of when someone's angry to you and mean to you, you can say something nice back, and you can possibly change how their day is going just by a few nice words. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you have a similar story, please feel free to share it in the comments below, or to send me a direct message. I'm available through most of my social media, and I would be happy to have a conversation about what's going on. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thank you for all your support with me and with all that I do with my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel, and I hope this keeps going forever. See you later. Peace out.